And here we are. It's the second Be Healthier podcast. Woo woo! Pretty funny. So today I'm gonna be talking about what I'm gonna make a YouTube short about, and I'll probably just make the short out of this video itself. Maybe I'll make it on my own, but we're gonna talk about the dark side of health coaching. We're gonna talk about why people go to health coaches. We're gonna talk about what good health is and what good health isn't. So hopefully I can remember all that. I always just go off the cuff. That's the best way I think to really make this and to do the video. There we go. I actually look more normal now. I'm like looking at myself. Now I lined it. Okay, perfect. Anyway, so we're gonna talk about the dark side of health coaching. So 90% of health coaches, and this is real. Like I want you to hear this. This applies to life coaches too, not just health coaches. This applies to actually most coaches, I would say. If you don't have some type of venting process for any mentor you get, and or you haven't vented them properly, then you're gonna get ripped off. It's gonna happen. It's bound to happen. All right, guys. So how does a somebody who is a healer, a health coach, how is that possibly dark? How do they exploit it? Well, hate to say it like it is, but a lot of them are frauds. A lot of them are not healthy. And if you aren't healthy, you cannot coach someone to be healthy. That is just the end all be all. Otherwise you would be healthy yourself. There is no exception. There's no I have this disease, this condition, this genetic, this none. There's no tapping dance around it. You either are healthy in yourself, and you can make a good health coach because you are healthy, and you can just teach people what you did because you're a healthy person, or you aren't. Now there is some level of variance where people will be like they'll be really fit, they'll look really strong, but they're not healthy. I see that all the time, especially with certain groups of people, carnivores for example. They get a lot of working out in them. They get a lot of testosterone. They do a lot of things, so they naturally, somebody that goes and weightlifts every day is gonna look strong. That doesn't mean they're healthy. Healthy is on the inside. The healthy isn't what shows on the outside as much. I mean, it does show on the outside. Don't get me wrong there. It just doesn't show in the muscles, So some people will look at that. I've seen people with six packs and beer guts at the same time. That's not healthy. That's not you can't be a health coach. So that's one side of the dark corner of it. There's another corner over here that is probably just honestly worse in my opinion, and that's that people try and be health coaches and they try to have clients for a very very long time. They want them hooked for life basically, as long as they can have them. They don't want to heal your problem. They don't want you to get better. They really don't. They see that as a threat to their profit, to a threat to their business. And I've heard this a couple other places, and it didn't make sense until I started hearing some health coaches how didn't they had clients for a couple of years and they're like, oh, I have this client for 3 years and that client's great, blah blah blah. And I'm like, if you can't get significant improvements to where you don't need a health coach anymore, why are you hiring this person? They basically sold themselves to you, or they persuaded you to buy into their bad things. So please don't fall for that. Please vent your people. I'm going to talk about how to vent people, and I'm gonna tell what the second reason, like I said, why this happens and why the dark side happens of it. So I've looked into being a health coach for many years, and I'm doing it now. I am very much doing it. I love it. And I noticed when I was going to get certificates and look at other things, the programs would never mention health. They wouldn't they would do maybe the basics, so like, oh, get enough sleep, get enough water, get your micronutrients, get calories, eat food, get sunlight. Like, okay, that's like base that is like the bottom of the pyramid, all right? That's like the lowest level of knowledge you can have for health. So why are the people that are the lowest giving advice on how to become the best? It's it's sad to see, but it's because those health programs, like I said, I'm not gonna start naming them. I don't want bad blood with that. But everyone I've ever seen, so that basically tells you right there if you look into it. No health certificate has ever meant anything to me. Like it never will. It never will. My entire life. I'm 27. Okay, I'm gonna go at least another 100 years in this life. I'm pretty sure. So to know that no health certificate, being a health coach means nothing. It means literally nothing. The only thing they teach you is how to get clients and how to keep them. And that second one's a problem because you don't want to keep your clients. You do not. This should be almost transactional. If I could give my client good health in a pill form, once they take that pill once and then they have instant health for the rest of their life, they never have any more problems, they're always good. That's what I should sell, and I should price it accordingly. That's on my side. But if I could do that, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to give them a pill like a pharmaceutical and get them hooked on it and keep them taking it over and over and over and over. Because like a lot of these health coaches, they're the same levels as the pharmaceuticals. They're the exact same thing, but they're trying to be a bit better. You know, like a bit better. So you gotta watch out. So I'm gonna give you a way to vet your health coaches right now. So three simple questions. I thought of this last night. So the very first one is you wanna ask them. You wanna make up, even if you don't have one, make up like, hey, I have a genetic condition, or I have something genetic. Like, hey, in my family, we all have really bad backs. We all have really bad eyesight. I can't really see. You ask them, hey, what would you do to help my family's condition? To help my condition. And if they can't give you a straightforward response, or if they sidestep it and they're like, well, we can't do much. If they say, well, we can't do much, or I can't do much, or not much can happen, instantly fire them. Honestly, like they failed the first test, because you want a health coach that believes that you can heal anything, or that has the knowledge on how to heal you of just about anything. And I can't say what I can't heal or can't. I'm not giving medical advice here. Just health advice, whatever the difference there may be. So yeah, you can't trust it if they say, hey, because think about it. If you're healing them, or you're paying them to heal a health situation, and they come in with that mindset belief that they cannot heal your condition and that health situation you are in from the get-go, it's a scam. Like they're just taking your money. That's all that is, because they have the mindset that they cannot help you. And so they never will help you, no matter how much coaching, how much training. You might feel better. They might do a couple things. They might make you a bit more accountable, but you'll never get better, because you're trusting somebody that thinks you can't get better from the very beginning. So that's step one. That's the very first thing I would ever ask for is that make a scenario, even if you don't have one. Just say like, hey, I wear glasses. My teeth have always been bad in my family. Well, I wouldn't use that one because orthodontists are pretty common. But yeah, like the eyesight is probably the most common, or maybe a skin condition or stuff like that. Just test them with the genetic ground if they believe that genetics can be overcome and that they can heal just about anything. Because that's what you want. That's what you want in a healer. I don't want to go to a healer that says like, yeah, hey, I can't heal you, but I can take your money. Like I have to really go back for that one. I'm like, oh my god, like they're choking me to death with that. All right, the second thing, real quick, is you want to ask them for, like I was kind of mentioning earlier, how long they've had clients. They should not have clients for more than a year. They can have contact with those people. They might have special occasions, but you want to be like, hey, how long have you had some of your longest clients? Just so I know what to expect. You can say that. Super polite, super nice. And if they tell you, hey, yeah, I have a couple people that have been with me a couple of years, and they've loved it and they enjoyed it, dude, no. They'll say that. This is stuff health coaches will say, because they don't know it's a red flag to them, and people don't know when they buy health coaches that that's a red flag. So most people don't know health. They go to people that also don't know health to learn about health. Like what? That's blind leading the blind. The third one, real quick, because I want to make this under 10 minutes. This is a super simple one. Ask them how much they weigh. I wouldn't go to a financial person, like a financial management, a money manager. If he was broke, would you take, stock advice from a homeless guy? No. Why would you take health advice from somebody that's overweight or like obese? Like, and if they can't answer that, and you ask them, and I know it's kind of embarrassing, but suck it up. Be like, hey, how much do you weigh? Can you prove it? And if, like, I weigh personally 155. And I can prove that. So that's what you want to look out for. You want to get those 3 stages, and this is the dark side of coaching. So educate yourselves, vet your health coaches, vet everyone, every mentor, and I hope you have a really good rest of your day. Bye-bye.